we're back here at Quorators another week live on the sticks.
Can you believe it?
I never thought I'd see the day.
I'm so desperate to figure out who this person is.
Can you believe it's Monday, May? Wait for it. No, calendar's over here.
I believe it's still April.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Can you believe it's Monday, May 6th?
At 6 in the morning right now.
Every week, it seems like 7 days pass. Well, that's enough on that. This is Quorators, the show where we read Quora. It's Alex.
No, I still want to talk to this guy. What's he like? What are his dreams?
But we got one cool cat sidling into the alley today, and you're going to love to see his tail wag. And that's, of course, Jake Young.
Hello. Hi there, video people. It's nice that you came all this way to YouTube.
Hey.
It's weird, though.
Do you like looking at us?
I don't.
It's weird. What are you doing? Why are you looking at me?
Jake, you'll understand this because you're also a audio medium guy, but I'm so thrown off by being on camera. I keep doing a Blue's Clues pattern where I just ask, like, do you like this question? And then pause for an answer.
I am the absolute worst on camera. I just this thing is just like staring into my soul, judging.
Yeah.
I feel like it's why I'm so profoundly happier on an audio only program.
It's safer when they don't know what you look like. People write in all the time to be like, oh, I thought for sure Alex was Jeremy.
Yeah, they think that we look like how we should each other be.
We do not look like we should each other be.
No, we don't.
Jake.
It's impossible for me to say because I've known you both, and so why would I think otherwise? No, you have the excitable. It's just long hair, short hair. That's it.
According to me, I would not other be. I am only self.
I feel like also being on camera has made me aware of how few clothes I have.
Oh, yeah.
It's the worst when people are like, you wore that shirt. And I'm like, why are you doing this to me?
Yeah, I got a review on my telekinetic Yeti tee last week.
It's true.
And frankly, one of my best shirts. It's got a crazy Yeti on it. That's what I like about it. Well,
I like your alien shirt.
Why, thank you. It was that or a Hawaiian shirt, and I just didn't feel like I could really represent the Hawaiian shirt guys.
Uh-huh.
You don't want to have too much fun.
I can't.
It's only May 6th. We're all resting from Cinco de Mayo.
Oh, yeah, that's right. What a day it was yesterday.
Well, we have some great stuff for you today, Jake. This week's theme is trials and afflictions.
Oh,
overcoming the challenges of life and
exciting.
Seeking answers on Quora.com. But of course, before we get to that, we will start with our cynical ploy to entrap new listeners, and that is, of course, every week's foray into tips for men again. Tips for men. It's been a while. It's men time.
It's time for the men to get some advice.
Whoa! You're telling me that there's like and this like yearning chasm of lonely, wayward, kind of directionless, sad men, so alienated from the world around them and their own society that they exclusively seek out advice and guidance from random internet personalities?
They seek out tips, Jake.
Okay. Oh, yeah, God.
And it's actually not only real, but one of the saddest phenomenon in the modern world today.
Can you imagine if Alex became like a men's influencer? How funny that would be.
You gotta get a silly shirt.
Or just like the alternate, like years long emotional processing for male.
You're not watching enough cartoons. My tips just make the men worse.
It can't be that much worse than like Andrew Tate.
Again, well, Andrew
This is just like harass women. So yours is like enjoy Goku.
Andrew Tate, I understand why he's famous because his tip every week is like get $10 million, and it's like good tip, Andrew. But really smart.
Is this was I trolled by a prankster, or did he really say recently that like there's nothing gayer than fucking a woman?
Yes,
because that's very funny.
Specifically, if you have less than 5 children, you are a homosexual, a derelict monster of no use to society.
Wait, quick check. How many children do you have?
Oh, no.
Oh.
Only 4.
Pause.
And they're all boys.
Well, you better start human trafficking. I can't believe we still hear from this guy.
Yeah,
He was
from
arrested in Poland or something.
So just say, okay, here we go. Hey, listen, everybody with brown hair stinks.
Oh,
Come on.
Boom.
Check your bank account. It's full.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's like a poke box. They don't let any more in after a while.
Just people with red hair being like, finally, someone's saying it.
I am seen. I am valid. What's your best impression of red-haired people, by the way?
That's pretty good. Oh,
Thank you for saying that. Zoinks.
Hi, my name's Seamus. I'm from a country in the United Kingdom. I don't know which one. Probably Scotland. And I have red hair. It's very nice.
thank you for calling in, Seamus.
I went to school in America. That's why my accent is definitely not of Scottish.
Sure.
Yeah, so that's why I talk.
So you're a traitor to your land.
You want to get fucking glass?
Jeremy.
I'll glass you before you
Seamus
even
came all the way over here. Okay, well, we got off topic here.
You're right. You know what? I'm sorry. We're here for the men.
We are here for men, and I'm sorry I said all that stuff about the cobra, dog.
He'll bite you.
He'll bite you, and he got fangs. So I guess we gotta ask.
If you can't get a date, it's because you're drinking tap water. The only thing you should be drinking is Diet Snapple because it increases testosterone
Cheers that.
as well as adrenaline.
Diet Snapple, they got a fact on the back. Maybe something you can use to get a girl. All right. Tips for men.
Apple fact: you got to make them want it.
If you're sitting in a padded piece of furniture, you actually legally can get murdered by a true alpha dog who only sits on wicker.
Snapple fact: become the squirt king. So what if it's pee? Well, that's the end of that segment. All right.
No, wait. Did you have an actual tip? I'm actually excited to hear it. I'm sorry.
We did Diet Snapple and Wicker. I feel like we got it.
That's a lot of good
like
tips.
this
People wanna
game
hear
where
We got to save it for next week.
I just like making absurd statements that millions of people would be like, that's not true.
And we do have millions of listeners.
Yeah.
That is true.
You'll be getting threats in the mail.
This is the test market.
Yeah.
If you change your toothbrush more than twice a year, you in fact are short.
Oh,
Okay.
The only
no.
way to get taller is to only use the same toothbrush continuously.
All right, I do have a tip, and it's so if you like Google for coupon websites, like you can find passcodes to everyday websites and probably save a few bucks on your online purchases.
I always fail at this. I always end up just putting in a bunch of fake ones and
Jeremy.
feeling like an idiot.
He always fails at this.
I'm a failure.
He doesn't get coupons.
I have a similar tip if you want to hear it. You know when you sign up for like a free trial of like a streaming service or even just pay for $5, if you cancel it right away, you can still watch it for the length that you got.
You don't have to set a weird series of reminders.
You can just do it immediately. If you get like a week free trial and you just press cancel a minute later, you have that week.
Okay.
That's a real tip.
Tip
For men only.
Tip for men. I recently rewatched Spinal
just
Tap.
somebody just wrong gender will not cancel.
If you're a woman, do not try this.
No. You have to prove your faithfulness by holding true to your commitments. That's just for women.
Hit it.
Tips for women.
And again, that one is kind of long to just throw in a podcast, but I have to hit the button. Now, every week we bookend the show by asking a question to Quora based on pretty much any kind of word association on what we've discussed that day. And we start the podcast with what we asked last week. What did we ask last week, Jeremy?
What's the best way to get a dog and cat to be friends?
I bet it's by smelling first. All my animal tips are smelling based, but I feel like I'm right about all of them.
Yeah, no, wait. I think that's a real thing. Yeah, you take like something that the cat or dog has already like marked.
Yeah.
And then you just like leave it there. And so when the other animal sees the thing for the first time, be like, what the? Oh, okay. All right.
Oh, man.
I associate this smell with this place. I'm not too freaked out.
Yeah, and I mean, I have
I'm a
that same
cat.
association. Yeah. Oh, and at the end they revealed.
Hey, what up? I'm a cat. and I do not adjust to change very well.
Cat here. I finally feel at home. I have this same pattern with the hardware store, where smelling it reminds me of what a hardware store smells like.
Yeah.
Do you do that?
Yeah, and it's basically like if a dog and a cat became friends.
Yes.
I'm like the cat, the hardware store is like the dog.
I'm constantly working with my hands on various lumber projects, so like the smell of steel and sawdust is so familiar to me.
Right.
It's like an old blanket.
Like coming home.
Yeah.
I'm always doing that gif where I'm covered in mud around a steel girder, and I'm kind of just slopping myself on it and pushing it around shirtless.
No, wait, 83
yes, that gif.
episodes. 83 episodes in, you're going to drop GIF on us like that.
Yeah, well,
Brutal.
I'm the man from the gif.
You a GIF or a GIF? I'm a GIF.
I'm a giffer, but I understand even. I think we've lost that fight. I think we are just like the cargo cult on our own isolated island. Because even the guy who created the graphics interchange format said it's GIF.
Also, I'm
gonna kill
a
myself.
rugged man who works with his hands, so I wouldn't know about these soft-handed discussions.
And I'm just a redhead on the computer.
Yeah. Control out the way. Shut the fuck up. Okay. Also, if you answer one of our questions, you have to use the word scrambled eggs. That way we know that you're a liar.
Yeah, that you're just one of us.
Okay. What do we get for answers on here?
We got a troll on here, I think.
What the fuck?
I don't know if
No.
this is one of our people, but I think it's a troll.
Yeah, it says scrambled eggs on there.
No, this one?
Oh, no. Yeah, you're right.
This guy, Murphy Opinion, who's a...
Okay.
Wait,
Who is,
like it's a bad Irish pub.
Yes.
Like, welcome to Murphy Opinion.
Yes.
Wait. Murphy opinions.
That's literally what it
Grab
is.
an idea.
And he says he's an
Yes.
amateur gynecologist.
I don't. That's a terrible beer.
I wouldn't drink that.
We're being so mean to redheads on this episode.
The Vikings were right to steal your women. Can I say, Murphy Opinion, interesting development. This, I think, is a in-house Quora troll. This
I don't
is
think
not
this is
from
one of
our
ours.
podcast
I
because
think
he has
this is-
2.1 million views on his content.
Yeah, I think this is just a genuine troll.
This is the notorious Murphy Opinion.
You know what? I'm going to follow him.
Yes, give him a big follow there.
If you're one of our guys, though, Murphy, you got to say scrambled eggs.
You better watch your
You simply
goal.
must. Murphy says tranquilizers, fish oil, and bacon grease. Dose both with enough tranquilizer to calm them down but not knock them out. Smear a little fish oil on the dog and bacon grease on the cat. By the time the tranquilizers wear off, they will have licked each other so much they'll think they're both a couple of human lesbians.
Now that took a turn at the end there, Murphy.
That's like, just. I'm not offended. I'm just sad.
It was really in your face, that answer. And I will say, I don't know what development a cat could go through for it to think of itself. What am I, a human lesbian? It'd have to know a lot.
Freaking U-hauling it with this dog.
I feel like Xena warrior princess over here. I'm a calico.
Did you hear about my fucking cat? They leased a Subaru. How the fuck? I think they know what human lesbians are.
Does your cat have a my other truck is a Jeep bumper sticker?
And these are the stereotypes of lesbians.
That was a good answer. I'm not going to
I always walk
do
up to
that.
lesbian couples and I'm like, so which one's the cat and which one's the dog?
I smell bacon grease.
They're like, get out of here, Murphy Opinion.
I like this answer from our
Murphy
listener,
opinion.
Tobias. Shared trauma goes a long way. Emotionally abuse them both constantly. Withhold their delicious scrambled eggs. They'll be forced to bond. It is the only way to cope with their situation.
Now that was a strong use of scrambled eggs. to be
Yeah.
honest.
People are very creative on there. We don't read them a lot, but everyone's doing a great job.
You did a
Keep
really
up the good work.
job.
We're putting that on the fridge. So mean to our listeners who engage with our show.
So the amount of dedication, you're like, we got to talk about Murphy Opinion. And then a loving listener, someone
Yeah.
that heard you, follows along with the prompt, wants to contribute. You're like, nah, this guy,
Loser.
something scrambled eggs. I don't know.
What voice am I supposed to do when I read it?
You're supposed to give the audience, this is their one chance to talk to you, the Quorators.
That's right.
They get to be a part of the razzle dazzle, the discussion. You got to make them feel hype. You got to make them feel good.
And
right.
there's no Murphy opinion.
Murphy opinion.
Murphy opinion. Liar of the net.
Look how ready you are to hit this forbidden knowledge.
We're
button.
starting trials and tribulations, or trials and afflictions. Let's go. Forbidden knowledge.
Ooh,
The unknown.
The unknown.
This segment will test you, Jake, and push you to the edge of the realm. Our first question today.
Wait a second. I don't know if you're ready for this, but a person on the internet is kind of a weird.
Oh, wow. You see, by the way, we do have a seizure warning at the top of the show. If you can't handle all the truth.
That's right. Cracked couldn't. Now we're at Alex's apartment.
And they sent us back to my house where my wife has to take long walks.
That's right.
Unless she has work that day, and then we're fine.
You think she hits an hour? She's like, they're done. They're wrapping up.
I can hear sometimes she comes back and is just like, God damn it. How is this still going?
Did they start late?
Hot outside.
Okay, here's the question. Everyone chill out. A witch casts spells to kill me and make me seriously ill. I only sleep 3 hours because of the spell that does not allow me to sleep. I have had 3 spiritual cleanses and the witchcraft continues. What should I do?
So we know it continues.
It sounds like a word problem.
So,
Who am I?
is there a name attached to this question?
I can try to find it.
Because I feel like that would give some insight to the cursee.
No name on this one.
No
Anonymous.
An anonymous person has been cursed by a witch, and they know they've been cursed by a witch.
Yes.
And the symptoms of someone with a connection to the realm beyond drawing upon the dark forces of the supernatural is what?
No sleep.
No sleep.
Sleeplessness.
I would say before you try and like contact the demon realm, maybe cut back on like soda before 5 p.m.
Yeah.
It's funny you say that. Because right before we started, Jeremy said he was up till 6:30 in the morning because he had a night soda on
I
Saturday.
did. It's true. It fucked me up. I saw Challengers, and I was like, I don't want to sleep through this Zendaya love
Zendaya
triangle.
3-way movie. And
So I had a Coca-Cola, and then 6:30 I was up.
yeah.
This is just
What he
quick
didn't
middle-aged
know-
man aside. Isn't it like I can have a coffee at like 8 p.m. and it's like I get the lift, it's out of my system, and I'll sleep like normal. But like a Diet Coke at 5 can just ruin me, and I
fuck you
don't
up.
know why. I don't know why.
See, he doesn't even drink coffee. So I think
it's
he's
a
just a low
witch.
tolerance.
I think it was a witch.
I was going to say a witch was in the theater.
I think it was a witch.
I also am on the fence about things. Zendaya may be a witch.
That's true.
We know she was Michi.
That's a Yeti. That's a whole different spiritual practice.
I didn't see that film, but this has been very clarifying for me.
She also cried Timothy Chalamet back to life in order to fulfill the prophecy of the Kwisatz Haderach.
Ah, yeah, that's big facts, Jake.
Thank you for saying
But
that.
she's in a lot of films, so she may have been a witch at least for a minute. Yeah, so the other thing too about the anonymous posting, right, is like you cannot go on your main account and be like, a witch got me on Quora, because it's trafficked heavily by witches.
Yeah, that's true.
And they're going to see that, and they're going to type things like, LOL, got your ass.
Feeling sleepy? Question mark.
How was the potion, Elmau?
If we're drawing into like the modern practices of chaos magic and such, like it's the belief itself that allows you to psychologically enact the things that you are working towards. Like if you go ahead and just do the ritual with just even I think lying to yourself that like, yeah, if I light these candles and like piss on this crystal, like I'm going through all this, so it better work. I'm going to make it work. I think you just have to like stop believing in witchcraft. Is the like as long as you are still operating within a modality in which you are like, witches are real. One has cursed me. I am cursed by a witch. It's gonna fuck with you. You're in the wrong headspace.
I could not disagree more, Jake.
Oh.
I think negating the witchcraft is all about accepting I have been cursed by a witch. And if we go into the comments here, I think we will find evidence to back me up. Now we have an answer from Jade Naboon at the top.
Okay. I still think the answer is just like less screen time. But let's see what Jay says. Jay says, I offer this answer in all seriousness. Learn more about witchcraft. I mean, really study it, learn how it works, and take control of it yourself. If you do that and do it seriously, one of two things will happen. One, you will learn how to overcome the spell that has you in its grip, and you'll be able to take control of the situation. Number two, you will learn that witchcraft is made up nonsense and will no longer have power over you.
What the hell?
So you're both right on this.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Either way, the goal is to lose the idea that you have become you have of being a victim.
Oh, you have to. So this is like an Andrew Tate solution to the thing. Is like escape the matrix. Women
Stop being
tricked you.
witches.
The problem isn't witchcraft; it's women.
Yeah, that's
Yeah. And is he wrong?
It's not drinking soda at the movies.
You can't have that after 5 p.m. His voice is insane too. Is the other thing because he's like a British American guy. We can't talk about it.
We can't.
It's gonna take all day.
He talks about us so much.
I know. I'm just so sick of the drama.
Hey, if you stop and smell a flower, I'm sorry, you have an alternative lifestyle and nobody will like you.
I don't want to have that on the show.
Here's an answer. I don't really know about witchcraft, but I can surely advise something.
No, you surely cannot.
Just
the
like-
question's about witchcraft.
Well, Dekraj says, just like for cancer, where there is no cure for some of them, there are many people who were cured by having a joyful attitude.
Shut the fuck up. A witch has cursed me.
No, man, it's a state of mind. It's a state of mind. Just like do something you like, hang out with some friends that don't believe in witchcraft. Or conversely, get every witch you can get a hold of that still likes you.
Okay, now we're talking.
Have them all like gather you in a circle for like 30 minutes and go like, you're not cursed, you're not cursed. And they're like throwing sage leaves at you and like lighting stuff on fire. And somebody has like a Roman candle going up, just as much noise and pomp and activity as possible so that your weird superstitious brain can be like, well, if all this has to do it, and then maybe be okay with it. But the idea that you're just going to like plaintively like find the right combination of olive oil, thyme leaves, and let's say a powdered amethyst that'll just like knock that out for you is silly.
I don't know.
I have an important contribution to make on
what?
this Necroj
Please.
post, which is that it ends with "Take care and bon courage."
I mean, the whole post is crazy. I mean, they also say that you can cure cancer by being happy. So
Well, yeah, because it's a form of witchcraft.
cancer is kind of a spell
It's a spell of
to your
necrosis.
white blood cells.
It's a spell of overgrowth, is what it is.
This is what I have to say about the witch
It's
thing.
like the Hulk. Continue.
I think that instead of having a bunch of witches heal you, what you need to do is curse this witch. Find who the witch is.
Clap
Use a
back.
no sleeping spell on them.
Clap back.
See how they like it.
Spree.
And if it's not real, it's not real. But if it is real, then it is real.
I mean, you can't. Yeah, no. The practices of witchcraft is something that only those of the moon gifted can like really wield accurate.
You're gonna have to hire a witch for this.
Yeah. You're gonna have
Oh
like a cool bounty hunter witch that has like a long rifle and a bandana.
no! Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
That's a pretty cool witch.
That's what I mean. Listen,
I could meet a witch
You got like a
that.
paintball gun that shoots a pentagram.
yeah, exactly. Listen, you've all read my spec script. I just haven't been able to find a comic book artist willing to work on spec. But it's called Tabitha Darkness Bounty Witch.
It's pretty cool.
You had me at Tabitha Darkness.
If it was 1999, I could have sold that script within seconds.
Absolutely.
absolutely.
Could have. And paintball was so in then. Well, let's move on to our next question. We have all
Okay.
kinds of bountiful prompts today.
Okay, here's another one.
More afflictions.
We could talk about witches all day if we wanted. Next question. I accidentally said I want to be possessed by accident. Please help. I don't want to be possessed. What can I do?
You already said it.
Too late.
You
You're
already
possessed.
said it.
Typed it twice.
Who's actually writing this? You or the fucking demon in your body?
Bro, you said it and typed it out. You're so possessed right now.
No possessed. No possessed.
For real, for real.
I mean, that would be awesome. Like you're one of the lesser dukes of hell, like, hanging out with Beelzebub or Mephistopheles or Glorgak. And
Lorgak, come on the show.
some fucking idiot, some Joe Schmo accidentally, as we often do, is like, oh, I wish I was possessed. Boom, that's your opening, your gateway to the mortal realm. You zoop in there, and you're just like, nah, finally, the realm of flesh, I will be in. And he's just like trying to do his taxes, and you're just like, oh.
Why would you say you're such a tease?
Like getting phone calls being like, hey, you need to get your cat's ear medicine refilled. You're like, oh.
I'd watch that sitcom.
Walking around with that sweet soul. Oh, I'd love to taste that.
It's called like Possessed Steven or something.
It's called Tabitha Darkness. It's a new exciting show. Now
Nerdlinger, reveal to me this internet dating. Ah, jeez, Gorlak.
This is a good. We have a lot of good show ideas.
Be yourself. That's what he has to learn the lesson.
Really listen to women. What I like about this thread is that we're going to learn a lot on it. So
Really?
let's get into that.
Accidentally is still
Interesting.
killing me. What do you mean I slipped on a banana peel.
He doesn't mean accidentally. He just means he regrets it, right? Because you
Yeah.
say these things to impress your Twitch stream or whatever, and like, oh yeah, dog, I want to be possessed, and then you don't mean it, and you have to go on Quora after.
I said I wanted to be a kept man, but I didn't mean like viscerally by a
Right.
demon. I meant by like some sort of domination momination.
It's a fetish.
Yeah.
Welcome to Mama Nation, where Mama rules.
Alex, this is a new radio show.
Hey, you're going on timeout.
You're back on Mama Nation.
We got here a live redhead.
Listen, I'm a little bit freaky. I'm just kind of a fucked up dude that loves fucked up things, and this is my crazy fetish. I would love a large, beautiful woman to just take care of all the things I don't want to do and make decisions for me, and also have hot sex with me. Woo! Did I blow your mind?
You're live on Mama Nation.
Okay. Here's
I'm
the
horny
answer.
and lazy.
Rune says you won't be. Actually being possessed against your will is incredibly rare.
So it's highly unlikely. You got to be fully into it. Nothing is more important to demons and the damned than consent.
Are you a South American teenager with literally no available outlet for your emotions or frustrations? Because those are usually who gets like officially possessed.
Oh yeah, you mean like according to like the
Catholic
Vatican
Church,
records? Yeah.
Weird that this yet another teenage girl who was disallowed from voicing dissatisfaction in any aspect of her life just started flipping the fuck out.
Yeah, she was crawling backwards down the stairs.
Well, better slap some magic juice on her.
I would love to just spend a week looking into possessions, because the fact that like in this day and age, the church will like send a guy to go check one out and then be like, no, that's a real one, is incredible. And I would love the entire process to be elucidated by Quora experts.
Are there real exorcists out there still?
Yes.
Can we interview one?
It's one of the fastest growing jobs in the Biden economy.
Really?
That's where all the money's going.
That's like, instead of the new like word to code, is word to exercise. Oh, I'm sorry, you don't have a job, programmer.
Take your soul in your hands.
Well, ever since they shut down the demon factory, work's been hard. We do our best.
Unfortunately, there are AI exorcists now.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Tits in bio.
The internet is possessed. That's what I say.
Yes. El Mao.
Move over, dead internet theory. The internet has been
Possessed at
physically controlled.
internet theory.
So a lot of people are saying that it won't count if it was an accident. Doug R is saying, say it was an accident. I was once wondering about the demon of possessed lady, and the demon started answering my question and everything, began to look surreal, and I realized what was happening and told it, I'm asking God, not you, and it stopped. So demons sound very like they're gonna listen and hear you out.
Sure. They're gonna sit their demon ass down.
Yeah, it's a two-way conversation. They're not here to possess you and do, the devil's work. They're here to make a team.
They're good guys.
Well, one time I was trying to like clear the dinner table after dinner, and I had my phone in my hand, and I was emptying my plate, and I just lost track of what was in what hand. And wouldn't you believe it? I accidentally let Jesus into my heart.
Oh. You do not want to do
You gotta
that.
get the guy out of there.
I can't stop forgiving.
He doesn't take no for an answer.
Well, you're a really good carpenter now, so.
This may be a troll person.
This question, I don't know. This question is a person named a random person, and their profile picture is the Ukrainian flag and the Russian flag
Shaking hands.
shaking hands.
That'll do it.
You don't get a lot of those.
But they don't have like really trolly questions. Their questions are like, is it weird when people cry in a video game?
An ant went into my laptop. How can I get rid of it in an easy way?
Does God forgive the unforgivable sin if they don't mean it?
Can I just say, by the way, no answers on the ant question. No one thought of shaking the computer around upside down.
Get some fucking torque screws. I don't know what to tell you.
How do you get an ant in your laptop?
Oh, yeah, it's super easy. They love crevasses.
Wait, here's
love a
another
tunnel.
This person has a big issue with intrusive thoughts because they have another question a year ago that says, I say words that I don't mean. Let me explain. When I see something, my brain would start saying, I want to get tortured that way. But I didn't mean to say that. I'm so worried that it will happen. What am I thinking?
Yeah, you got to just think before you speak, I guess, because you're agreeing to a lot of stuff you don't want to do.
We need universal mental health care in this country so badly.
By this country, we mean Ukraine and Russia.
just everybody needs a person that they have to check in with who can just go, nah, man, that's not a thing.
So this is my worry, though, because I used to be a big proponent of universal healthcare, but now I have a Quora-based podcast, and I'm worried it will shut down the whole
We won't have anything to talk about. We're just going to have to go back in time.
Just everybody with access to therapy and medication for their chemical imbalances, and the whole website just goes dry.
They're just like, we might as well not have it anymore.
I've just been deleting entries about schizophrenia because we had too many.
Yeah.
And they were getting kind of samey.
Like the actual. I'm sorry. It's like a very weird. You mean real? But like
I don't know, Jake, because
popular
it's on
internet,
Quora.
multiple personality, like whatever that mimetic thread is, or like people who actually have like serious mental health crisis.
I don't know. Most of them are just like, is schizophrenia really a blessing or a curse?
Yeah.
It's like, oh.
Are people really saying this, or is this my schizophrenia?
God damn.
Yeah. And then as a doctor, I write it and I'm like, that's your schizophrenia.
Yeah.
You have to be tied to a table.
Dr. Alex Patak.
God, honestly, there should be like a fucking Batman of Quora that like just says like just it's like, hi, yes, whatever. I'm a doctor. You should see a doctor. You should talk to a professional who is normal. Thank you.
Pow.
I don't know, man. Sounds like you have deep-seated intimacy issues. I'm a romance therapist. Trust me, I'm legit. But whatever the fuck you just wrote is not the thoughts of a healthy human being. Reconsider everything.
Interesting. Interesting you asked that. I'm actually not the hero you deserve, but the hero you need.
I am the knight.
And I am the darkness itself.
Qualification, I am the knight.
Is this my schizophrenia or is this man darkness itself?
Hi, you seem to have a really creative mind. You can just write about ghosts in the realm of fiction and sell those stories because I feel like you really want to talk about ghosts and the things they do. But thinking they're real is not very healthy. Thank you. Bye.
I am laughing at sick and twisted things due to my medical condition. Is that okay?
I'm obsessed with calendars. I have a riddle for you, Quora.
Hickory dickory dock.
What do you call a sparrow with a machine gun?
I live in the sewer and have the skin, strength, and teeth of a crocodile.
Is that okay?
Oh, man. Is that okay? What am I thinking?
I'm now having a lot of fun just being like, I accidentally kissed my aunt, and I really liked it. That's Batman. He's a friend. Check out his stuff.
Yeah.
He's so funny. We love Batman.
All right, let's move on to another question.
Yes, please.
This is still forbidden knowledge.
Now, this is going to be a good one for Jake and for Jeremy, so I think I'm excited.
Hold on, let me lock in.
Yeah,
Let
wait.
me just,
Do you want to guess what that means real quick?
a good one for Jake and Jeremy?
Yeah.
I don't.
You'll never in a million years guess it.
Hey there, you tastefully wear hats to cover your male pattern baldness.
That would also be a good one for Jake and Jeremy.
No, I mean, it's in the same category.
You've tried going without it, and it's just, damn, that's a lot of hairless flesh.
Ooh, you're gonna burn on top.
Okay. Here's the question.
It's a lot of hairless.
How would you react if Booser from Super Mario was real?
We're talking about
Spelled
Booser.
like Booser, not
Booser.
oh
Booser.
See, growing up, I knew him more as King Kupu, so that's where the disconnect is.
No, this is Booser from Super Smoosh Brew.
I'm sorry. What is the question? I get Booser just immediately negated everything you said before or after.
How would you react if Booser from Super Mario was real?
Alex, can I ask real quick, what did you search to find this?
Somebody sent this one in.
Okay.
This is, and I have a reason to believe it was Booser.
So the question, this raises a lot of interesting scenarios because is it like if Booser, I'm just gonna say Bowser. If Bowser,
That's not the question.
I have like is he materialized in our world as this like bulbous cartoonish creature that I immediately recognize as the beloved antagonist of the Super Mario series, or is it just this like insane giant gnarled dinosaur thing covered in like spiky armbands
Right.
that I like is just like thrashing madly? Because
no!
Mamma mia!
I don't have that one.
If it's recognizably Bowser, if it's just like literally off the switch, plopped into real life, I would immediately hunt down Shigeru Miyamoto. I would just run at him. I would book a plane ticket to Kyoto, and I would just be like, "Hey, bro, couldn't help but notice that you have access to the realm of magic.
Your drawings are becoming real.
Yeah, shit. I've thought about this all the time, and nobody ever talks about this. Even in like movies or anything where like something magical is like real now, and nobody ever just like starts shitting and crying on the spot because they have witnessed empirical proof of like supernatural forces beyond the realm of science.
Yeah, so that is the question, right? Is this going to be a real dragon, or is this going to be Jack Black, but he's fatter?
Well, I don't know. I think either way, I think the answer has to be the same because I think it's a little irresponsible to shit and cry or go to Miyamoto. I think the answer has to be you grab him by the tail and you swing around and you throw him 3 times.
Well, no, first he had to track down a big spherical bomb with a giant fuse that he just walks. Or no, wait, how did it go? No, you hit him in the tail and then wait, how did it go?
You make a bomb. You can make a bomb.
Okay.
But you have to consider
the anarchist cookbook
if you
to
can
build a bomb. Sorry.
This is a man who you may go to take care of and find out he steals your girl. Because that's what Boozer's famous for.
That's right.
Oh,
is tossing back some and leaving with your lady.
He might kidnap your wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put her in a castle.
If it's Boozer?
Yeah. That lad.
If
is
everyone
on
gets a
one.
personal Bowser that personally kidnaps their
Boozer.
significant other, Boozer, that's its own psychological nightmare.
Yeah. Then you might be a Mario.
I'm just trying. He's like standing on the edge of the Brooklyn Bridge, and I'm just trying to chop the cables with an axe. And like, why is this working?
Interesting answer here from Christoph Kunicki. He says that would flip my world upside down.
Yeah. That's the right answer. It's just like as soon as you are walking by, you see Bowser and other people can see him.
Now hold on.
You take a picture with your camera. It shows up on the camera. You would like do everything you can to like negate any idea that it's not a figment of your imagination. You did not have a psychotic break. There it is, Bowser in the real world.
Boozer.
Boozer in the real world. I would just be like, is God real? What is the reality? What am I? Where is this happening? Can I just start like drawing pictures, just being like, can this be real? Like everything is broken. Beyond the fact that like, oh yeah, whatever, there's a lizard now.
Yeah.
Like the firmament beneath my feet cannot be trusted anymore.
Now, on the flip side, there is an answer from someone named Drayden who says, I would be fine with it.
Oh.
So that's the other option.
Yeah, not my problem.
Yours is option A.
I would not be fine with it.
Well, he says because Mario would protect us.
Well, we don't know that there's Mario. We just know there's Boozer.
That would be cruel. If Bowser-
A world
of
with no
dark
Mario,
world?
but a Boozer?
A world under the fierce hoof of Boozer.
That's hilarious. Just like
Why did Boozer fall from the Mushroom Kingdom?
in his like clown car, just being like, "Rah, rah, 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 rah," and then the NYPD just like
Yeah, and they
kill
light him up.
So
And I hope they can. Finally, our tax dollars at work.
And Eric Adams just
Murdering
comes running up
Booser.
being like, I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I told you. Nobody believed me.
At least he has soft scales that could be penetrated by iron bullet.
Classic Booser.
Would we like to read any more answers on Booser?
One guy says, nothing really. At best, the logical thing that would most likely happen to him is capture.
I don't know if that's true.
Now I'm not sure whether he'll just be held in prisons or experimented upon.
Don't make me feel bad for Booser, by the
One
way.
thing for sure, he will not be left alone. I mean, a sentient and sapient turtle, of course he will attract people's interest. Just my 2 cents.
I like that this is written like a plot development in an anime, where it's like, if Booser is real, that sets off a chain of events.
And then someone else said, he said Booster, not Bowser. He did not say Booster, he said Boozer.
He said Booser.
And Bowser would easily kill the police and military if they try capturing him.
I agree with this. I think Booser is stronger than the military. And he is king as well.
All right, I think this is enough of this.
Did you hear what they did with Boozer? They threw him into a pit of lava and just to see a skeleton walk around. It was fucked up, man. We're the real monsters.
But I have to ask, did you guys like that? Did you like that?
But what?
Did you like my Mario question?
I love
Did you
talking
like
about
that?
Boozer. What would you do if
Jeremy
Boozer
loves
was real?
Mario.
What would you do if there was a Boozer?
A right proper Boozer.
A proper Bruiser.
Okay, let's move on to our next segment. And question 4, 45 minutes in, philosophy.
The questions that change everything. The answers that start within.
Wow. Wait, play it again. Would you kill a whole group of people who insisted
Yes.
on stalking you?
Yeah, I would do that.
I would.
Yeah, why not?
I'd
Yeah.
kill them
Yeah.
I'd kill them with my bare
one
hands.
by one.
I would use a series of ninjutsu weapons to showcase my deadly kind of like set of skills.
I do think my answer changes on how big the gang stalking me is.
Okay.
If it's like 1,000 people, I probably can't kill my way out of that bubble.
Just the entirety of the Latin kings just like beating around bushes.
They have wanted pictures of me up all over
It's just Alex.
Kingtown.
Alex doing a podcast.
Not hurting. Not like no theft, no assault, no nothing. Just keeping tabs.
It's like a Harry Potter newspaper where it's a picture of me, but it's the Quorators video podcast on the wall.
This could happen to you if you just say enough bad things about Scientology.
Yeah.
Oh.
You could have this happen.
Yeah, but would you be able to kill your way out of it?
Probably not.
They're pretty
You have
good.
to fight Tom Cruise.
Yeah, he's got a great body. He is 70 years old. So that
He'll
does help.
chase you down.
Oh, I can't outrun that guy.
No.
His form's impeccable.
I watched all of the Mission Impossibles last summer, and
They're
he had
good.
so much plastic surgery that like he looks 40 until
No.
he's 65, and
That's
then
wrong.
the last like year he like completely looks like a Frankenstein of science.
None of that's true.
It all fell off.
He didn't do any plastic surgery. He just believes in Xenu, and that kept him young for a very long time.
Well, if it's belief, good for him, but it wore off at the end because he looks uncanny now.
Obviously, his belief has faltered a bit, but he'll be back.
Yeah, he'll be back. He's got a great body.
Could it? So
Do you think Tom Cruise is a great body?
for his age, immaculate.
And I mean, even for not his
should all
age.
be so lucky.
Even for not his age. And he can fly a plane.
Yeah.
But they don't always let him. Like, they didn't let him do it in Top Gun. I'm getting distracted here. What does Quora say?
That happened in elementary school to kids. The entire school would follow them home wanting to fight them. It was hard. Fortunately, no one remembers who they were. It was just everybody. And that was from Sweet Christine.
Wow, that was hard when you had
Thank
to
you.
kill all those kids. It was the only answer.
Thank you, Sweet Christine.
Sweet Christine, you spoke some truth.
Would you kill a gang if they was talking? It's such a, not should I?
Yeah.
Not-
would you?
Has
Not could
anyone-
I? Assumed easy.
Can I read some questions that Sweet Christine has asked?
Only
Sure.
if you'll allow me to butt in that under knows about, the only listed topic is cockroaches' death.
Here's some questions from Sweet Christine. This is her name, not mine. How does it feel to talk to a 70-year-old man? Geez, toot your useless horn some more.
Oh, fuck.
Wait, one more. How if I only love myself am I a narcissist?
Okay. I really like Sweet Christine.
Dead internet theory. Sweet Christie is a AI language model just filling the site to boost engagement numbers.
It's extremely possible.
We have fallen for that before, but Sweet Christine seems so real to me.
She's so sweet.
I can't. Why couldn't you have picked a nice website? Like, I don't know, Zanga.
How could I be a narcissist if I only love myself?
She has so many questions. I don't really know what to zoom in on here. But let's go back to the original one here, because we're talking about a serious question here.
So she was gang stalked at some point, I guess, by children.
Courtney Richards says, kill them? No, they aren't worth jail. In fact, they aren't worth shit, since they have nothing better to do than stalk somebody. Fuck them. Be the bigger person, like Courtney.
I'm sorry. This one really defeated me. I can't.
It's a yes or no, Jake. Will you kill them?
For
a whole group of people. Down to the last of their line.
For stalking you.
For stalking.
They insist on it.
I would hope not. I hope that, well, first of all, as a cis white man with suburban professional connections, police would probably believe me and actually do something. So that's like a fun option.
I sick my own gang on them, the state police. Still think it's funny to insist on stalking me?
There's another one here that says, before I could even consider the operation of such a crime, I would have to know for what reason they're performing such an action.
Okay.
If they are told, paid, or inspired by a separate source or entity, I would have to confront the source first. If they were to kill a small part of the larger group, it would be pointless endeavor. The source itself could, just as easily, send additional pawns in their game. Killing a group of brainwashed individuals would weigh on my conscience. Guilt, due to a personal morality that prevents me from wanting to perform such an act, would haunt my mind for the rest of my life.
Oh, the gang's keeping track on them because they already killed a different gang.
Gang stalking, follow the money.
I can't with this.
You must. You must with it.
The answer of like, yes, absolutely, they're trash hurts my brain. The one where it's like, now if you're going to conceive of this operation, you're going to need mission discipline. Here's the like, also hurts my brain. This whole site hurts my brain so much.
As a podcaster, if you're being stalked by a group of people, it is likely listeners of your podcast.
That's true. And that's a large gang.
You just create a higher tier on the Patreon and just give them an outlet. And then everybody wins.
$200
stalking tier.
I kill you.
You come to my house and I end your life.
Most popular.
Ooh, we got another one. I've been wanting to do this.
Okay,
one
which one do you want to do next? This one?
Yep, this one right here.
Okay. This one is, I can't stop thinking about making money. How do I get out of this mindset?
Now, Jeremy and I have this problem.
I think that's just life under capitalism.
Yeah.
Is just literally every single thing you want to do or aspire to do, you hit a roadblock where it requires extra resources that are harder and harder to acquire. I think unless you're dreaming of some kind of Scrooge McDuck, just like a basin of gold coins through which you can just freely swim.
One last job.
That's how you stop.
Every week when we record, I go to Jeremy and I'm like, just one more job. 10 more Quoras and we're famous.
That is actually the right answer. Is how do I stop thinking about money? It's just
you gotta get out there. You gotta have the biggest score of all.
Then you're just sipping pina coladas in a Acapulco.
You are gonna be looking over your shoulder for the rest of your life, but you're gonna be looking over a golden robe.
Do you think this guy's not making money, that he's trying to make money, or do you think he's thinking about making money because he's making so much of it?
Oh, that is like kind of the those are the two kinds of people.
Yeah, I know. I did assume it was like a finance guy. Like I thought this was like a Leonardo DiCaprio meme gentleman.
Sure.
Who just like, I can't stop the hustle.
Yeah, exactly.
I go to the gym at 5 every morning. When will this end?
I keep buying low and selling high. It's not a sustainable lifestyle.
I have a whole room in my house for watches. Why?
Number just keeps going up.
This is going to be one where we really have to throw to the comments, I feel.
Okay.
I haven't read them,
I'm sorry, what is the exact text of the question one more time?
Yes.
I can't stop thinking about making money. How do I get out of this mindset?
Money mindset, change your life. Change your mindset, change your life. Can you pile the coins? Can you pile yourself?
There's an answer that's so long.
Wait. It's larger than the screen.
Yeah,
we have
it's
to scroll
one paragraph.
Oh, good.
And the only qualification for the guy is works at self-employment, which is, same.
Yeah.
In my limited experience, I've discovered a part of the secret to getting anything you want: obsession, commitment, and perseverance.
Let's go.
If you want money and you don't need millions, you have to say to yourself and believe that is the most important thing in life. For a short period of time, making money the be-all and end-all, and don't think about anything else. Like you, I used to read all the get-rich books to no avail. Rather, humble yourself and become a student of how money comes to people and make it your mission to acquire that understanding. This is the happiest Alex has ever been on this show.
Money talk.
This just keeps going. I mean,
you don't have to read the whole thing. It's very long.
Eventually, he says, to cut a long story short, start selling. Sell something, anything. Sell.
You got to make money to make money.
Do something useful for society that people are willing to spend money on and, just like secure a livelihood for yourself.
Yeah, why don't you just find a place in this world?
Which one do you want to read out?
Barg of Bola says, stop dreaming and start making things happen. Becoming a millionaire all of a sudden overnight, it is a dream and may not be possible. But as we start doing something effective day by day, it won't take much time to realize that it is not impossible to make billions.
I like when Alex reads the Quora sometimes because it makes people realize it's not that easy.
No. It's not that easy.
It's pretty easy to get tripped up on these Quoras.
So better start with a path that excites you more now than ever. Maybe just one step away of 100 of what you dream of. I'm getting that tattooed on my thigh. You may be one step away from 100 of what you dream of.
Gah.
It's going to be in a circle around my thigh, and there's going to be a sheep dancing over it.
That's pretty cool.
So I can count them with my
I said on the
stats.
podcast once that I had a friend in high school who wanted to get an entire verse by Immortal Technique tattooed on his back, right?
Yes. Ow. A long day. That's like what they used to do in the Spanish Inquisition.
So if I understand this correctly, the person asking the question is like, how do I free myself from this unending cycle of greed
mindset
and desire? And the answers given, because the hustle mind virus is so profound and so corrupting, is just like, sounds to me you gotta hustle even harder.
Stack it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Stack it and pack it.
Make do with the fact that that there are people. You walk down the street. Lots of people just doing fine, like living their lives, not getting access to every single material thing they've ever desired. And they're okay with that. Saving up for small pleasures every now and again, and otherwise enjoying the company of others, of having hobbies and pursuing their own goals. And like, no, it's just outside of the realm of possibility in Quora. Is like, have you tried drop shipping? What about a Mary Kay? Okay, hear me out, crypto. Like, it's so fucking dismal. The answer, or whatever they're like, on my podcast, Wizard and the Bruiser, check it out, Last Podcast Network. It's mostly a lot of cultural products, video games. Sometimes we'll do something weird, like we did the history of Mountain Dew one time, and it's always
Code
just
Red.
It's just luck. You just while you are trying to do the thing you're doing, the market happens to be ready for that thing. And then once you have that initial success, you can use that to just like invest and like foster others and build on that. But that core thing is always just like, I'm doing what I want to do. And it turns out it gelled with some like weird rich person that was willing to give it a chance. And that's like just over and over and over again. Like I had an idea. It was the right idea. And I was lucky enough to see it through to a point where it made me like rich and popular. And like nobody in our entire history was like, I sat down and took a $2,000 seminar from a weirdo from the internet called How to Make Popular Successful Thing, and it worked. Like this has never happened.
See, it's funny you say that, though, because
everything we've done.
we see so many guys who do that, and it seems like it works for them.
This is why
They take popular seminar.
This is why Andrew Tate talks about us on his show. He's just like, those fucking idiots.
I'm so sick of your Quorators. They make me want to stop selling women.
At least in the realm of entertainment, the most common story is definitely get a lucky meeting and do something at the pitch so outside the box that whatever weird, jaded, rich executive you're talking to,
right. Who is your uncle?
No, that only in the case of Dragon Ball. You know that story, right?
Oh no!
Oh my God! So.
I did a whole podcast without learning anything for like 7 years.
So Dragon Ball, massive success in Japan, 1989. Dragon Ball Z, even more popular, and like nobody. It's just too weird. It's just too many like bulging muscles and Mr. Popos and blonde hair and screaming. It's unlike anything in the American market. Nobody wants to bring it in because it's just, and it's super violent. It's just, it could not possibly. Be more, Mattel doesn't want it. Like no major American company wants it. Somebody who works at, I think it's not is it Toho or which company I forget owns Dragon Ball? Literally the company that owns Dragon Ball that like does Shonen Jump that runs the anime. Just somebody in there calls their like cousin who happens to be like working at a software company in Texas, and it's like, bro, nobody's picking this up. You know how fucking much money this thing's making. Just get some money together and buy the rights, and you're going to be fucking set for life. He gets the American cousin gets his coworkers to like sell some farmland to like get the couple $100,000 for the rights. They start Funimation.
Wow.
And that's so like Dragon Ball was an inside job.
Okay. It's essentially exactly the Back to the Future scene with like, are you my cousin with farmland? Listen to this.
Just like,
Strength beyond strength, power.
I got to read one more answer on the money mindset question, which is, again, how do I escape the money mindset? Terrence Freeman says, you don't make it happen, Captain.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I want to end on that one. That was pretty good.
Okay, you want to do one more question?
Yes.
Pick one. Which one do you wanna do?
More. Okay.
Which of these excite you
So the
the
5
most?
quos go as a pattern, so I guess we can read those later. Oh, do the
Let's do this
Quora
one.
Gone Wild. Yep.
All right.
Pull that up. Let's go to the jungle here on Quora Gone Wild. These are your animals and wildlife questions.
Okay.
It's not going to be nude women or anything. It's for animals.
We're all getting laid.
Okay. How do I stop being afraid of bears after the case with Timothy Treadwell? If I ever show my fear, they will tear me to pieces alive. Sadly, they don't have an ethical code like lions, for example.
Bears aren't like lions.
I mean, if there's
Oh, my.
anything to learn from the Timothy Treadwell story, it's that even if you don't show fear, you're still fair game.
Yeah.
Well, the one who ate Timothy Treadwell, and you can see this in the movie, is they're
He's the
like,
one from
this
the-
is the Sigma bear.
He's the Werner Herzog one, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Do
okay.
not listen to this.
Yeah.
Do not
Yes.
listen to this bear is so based and right.
And he like fed his girlfriend to a bear as well.
No, she tried to save him by hitting the bear with a pan.
Yeah.
And the thing is, everyone told him to not be near those bears and that he would get eaten up. And he said, I get along with 99% of these bears quite nicely. And
They
it's just,
have an ethical code.
you come across that bear who goes his own way at some point.
Oh, God. Oh, my. So he's at, how do I not be afraid of bears? I think it's okay. I think you can just go ahead.
Yeah, don't go to the bear place in Alaska.
Yeah, stay away from Bear Town.
And if it's, and it,
Get out of Bear Town.
and
don't belong.
we live in, they're black bears. We live in the Northeast and
Brooklyn.
Hey, I live near I live in the lower Hudson Valley, and once in a while I might see a black bear, and that's there's a fox in my backyard.
Whoa.
It's a good thing. There goes all my dreams of keeping chickens.
Oh yeah, they're little bandits.
Yeah.
But we see raccoons over here.
Oh, big chubby ones, right?
Yeah, big friggin'. They look like dogs almost.
They're adorable.
They're big guys.
I don't like their hands. I don't like that they have people hands.
I like them. They can I think
it's wrong.
count money with those.
I think only people should have people hands.
That's fact.
Have you seen the TikTok thing where it's like it's the new like bowl of poison M&Ms where it's like dudes asking their girlfriends like, you're lost in the woods, would you rather see a bear or a man you don't know?
Oh.
And the women like without hesitation like a bear.
Bear
A
every
bear
time.
immediately.
I think
and
that
like
I
dudes
would
are like,
too.
what? Wait, a bear's like just no concept of like what it is like to be predated upon in our modern world.
Bear's famously not the number 1 killer of women.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thought experiment. But like
a man in the wild, you can't just get big.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of what I do.
Well, one time I was walking home late from a comedy show and somebody like pulled a knife on me and I just banged on a pot. And I was
Sure.
like,
Get out of here.
no. And then I pissed.
Right.
That's mine.
I play dead. I'm like, oh, he's already dead.
The only time I see a man in the woods is when we both left for our secret sexual exchange.
Well, then you fuck each other.
There's only one way out of this conundrum.
If the strange man was a bear, like just a jovial bearded gay man,
Like
then
a
I'd
sass.
probably be like, hey, you want to talk about our favorite Kevin Smith movies? Like, let's do this.
Thanks for meeting me in the woods.
But unfortunately, large, hairy gay men do not have an ethical code like lions.
I thank you for not. I was gonna blow past that, but you're right. What the fuck are they talking about? Are they? Did they confuse? Did they think The Lion King was a documentary? Is that what
Maybe.
they're like?
That actually may be it, because lions, I mean, famously are the like cruelest predator in the world.
They have so much pride.
They eat you ass first, so you live the whole time. So
That
you
true?
are juicier. Yeah, they rip your intestines out of your ass.
Oh my god.
It's the softest point of entry. It's just medical science.
I mean, it
Lions-
seems really good for the lion, but
They-
really unpleasant for the lion food.
Lions love to eat ass.
Yeah, it's true. They're millennial coded.
who the fuck is like? Who went on? What fucking drunk Englishman went on safari and was like, "Well, I was going to be eaten, but they understood I was of high noble birth and that I was a righteous Christian, so they let me live."
You sir have a right sense of honor. Not like those fucking bears.
What would you do if you saw Booser from Mario?
Let me ask you this one last thing.
Just the guide on the safari being like, "Don't worry, the lions have a strict Bushido code. Nobody draw your weapon first."
Murphy opinion, fetch me blade.
a lion committing seppuku.
That's true.
Remember how The Lion King was about how the evil lion gave too much food and resources to the hyenas, and the weather changed because it's so evil to share things with.
You're putting them on a welfare system. The hyenas will never get out of that. Now, we have do we have Treadwell defenders on here? What are we
No.
looking at?
Yeah, wait, what is the advice?
I'm trying to find an answer that isn't just like stay out of the woods.
Because that's the answer.
Oh, there's a really good photo of a lion eating a man.
Yeah.
Wait, just like straight up rotten.com shit?
Yeah. That's right. It's a man running, and the lion's bigger than him, and it appears to have caught him. And,
Yeah, he's got his arm in the lion's mouth.
Yeah, I could put that on YouTube.
Can you?
I think so.
Okay.
It's not bloody.
He says someone has been watching too many Disney movies. But back to those bears. It's perfectly healthy to be afraid of them.
Oh, yes, it's actually recommended.
Yeah, everyone's just like, don't go into the woods. Don't go into the wilderness. You should be afraid. They're bad. They'll kill you.
A healthy fear of bears isn't a
Treadwell
bad
should have
thing.
been more afraid of bears.
It's so nice that Quora as a community can agree on something, and it's that you should have fear of bears.
I agree with that.
Yeah, where's the problem? I just don't see the issue is unless it's like, I just want a pet. Go to the circus. They've like there's perfectly pre-abused bears that will just delight you with their
Yeah.
motorcycle antics and ball juggling.
Yeah.
Or get into like a more genteel bear, like a panda.
Yep.
There's a bear you can bring home to mama.
Here's the thing: is for every one the bears get over on you, we get them 10 back on these bears.
Why won't you bring home a nice panda bear?
You have to go for the bad boys. Stan Burt.
Please read it.
Now this is what you go to Quora looking for. Stan Burt says, I own and inhabit a remote cabin in the deep woods. I am around bears, wolves, mountain lions, etc. all the time. I have survived 2 outright bears attacks. Both bears were predatory bears that stalked me and were bent on killing me.
Well, if you're getting stalked by a gang of bears, you kill them.
Yeah.
Kill them first. I survived by being woods wise and luck. Woods wise is the word.
Woods wise.
Woods wise and luck. Sadly, Timothy Treadwell promoted his and his girlfriend's deaths. You cannot tame a predator, and if you try, you can never trust them. Timothy Treadwell learned this and paid for it with his life.
I would love to become woods wise. What do I have to do?
You're too
Grow a
much
long gray beard.
Yeah.
Gnarled hands.
Where'd it go? You had one last week. What the fuck?
Swung his head around expecting me to have a beard.
There was just one right here.
Keep a stocked pack, like with a big canteen sticking out the side. And
then send a bunch of bombs to your local authorities.
The Nature's Valley granola bar comes in at some point. That's pretty important.
Sure.
Being woods wise.
be okay with getting scurvy because you've only eaten venison for the past month.
Wow, if you get scurvy and you're not in a boat, what are you doing?
You might be a redneck. Have you watched Alone?
No.
Alone
you love
is,
this show.
Yeah, I'm real into Alone. I haven't watched it in a while, but it's like Naked and Afraid, but they're just one of them at a time, and they film themselves instead of there being a camera crew around, kind of totally diffusing the situation. And they're wearing they get more stuff to go in because it's really hard to live alone in the woods, and they all get like scurvy and poisoned by something. That's how all of them end up leaving. Yeah. And one of them kills like a moose early on in one of the seasons and then just eats moose. And it's like, I'm going to win off this moose. And they're like, actually, you can't just eat moose. Now you're dying.
I get so much like this weird mix of like survival, foragey, vertical video algorithm stuff across like YouTube and Instagram and TikTok. And it's always like advice that will never help me, where it's just like, now, if you're lost in the woods of Maine in mid to early spring, these specific sprigs on trees make a delightful tea. And I'm just like, cool.
Yeah.
Keep an eye. Don't get them wrong. The other ones kill you.
Yeah. Now, this mushroom makes an excellent stir fry, assuming that you cook it for 4 hours, because otherwise you will shit yourself so hard that you'll see God.
A camera crew will have to extract you from the woods.
I want to read one more.
Please.
Mark Farley says, here's what you do. On your first day in the forest, you go right up to the biggest, baddest bear and you punch him right in his fucking bare face.
That's how we do it.
They will all leave you alone after you show them you are not to be trifled with.
Mark, you have pulled my leg for the last time. We're trying to do some bear trivia. What am I going to do with you? Well, not a lot of people talking about the lion thing, but
which is annoying.
Kind of a red herring there. And I still don't trust lions, nor do I trust bears. Be safe.
Just a bunch of lions like eating fucking gabagool, talking about like, these young lions, they got no respect. They don't know, they don't understand. It's about fucking honor.
Why would a bear invent a gazelle? Is that our final question?
I think that's good for the show. We're a little over, so that's fine.
And we lost our camera.
We've lost our camera because it got too hot, so we're going to close out here. Jake, thank you so much for coming on. It's Quorators, the podcast on Quora. Where can our listeners find you at home and abroad?
Please listen to Wizard and the Bruiser podcast, available anywhere podcasts are found, and check out twitch.tv/PuppetJared for the Cartoon Dumpster every Thursday.
It's in the dumpster. For our show, we have new episodes every Thursday where we go on Reddit, WikiHow, and other exciting websites. You're going to love that. Please support us at patreon.com/Quorators.
Now, before we leave, we can't forget, do we want to ask a Quora to Quora.com?
Yes.
Do you have anything you want to ask Quora.com? Any burning questions?
Which of the Hanna-Barbera classic characters do you find the most sexually powerful?
Oh, okay. Yeah, type that up. That's a good question for Quora. Jake
The answer is
understands
Quick
the
Draw
assignment.
McGraw, but whatever.
Oh, shit. I don't even remember that guy.
You might know him by his alias El Kabong.
Oh, yes, El Kabong. All right, that's it for us on the show. We'll see you in
Bye.
next week when we're discussing El Kabong. Kabong.
Question everything.